sake. Hi, we're back. It's been a couple days. Yeah. And if you can't tell, I don't feel the best. Thanks, Jordan, for getting sick on our trip across the country. For those of you who are unaware, my brother and my two best friends drove across the country.
That's the BC sign, and that forward is BC.
We were going to go to Victoria and see the other ocean, but it ended up being, by the time we got there, it was like May 2-4 weekend, and there was way too many people, and we're introverted, so we said, no. So instead, we decided to stay in Whistler an extra day and go to a club, which is probably where Jordan got sick, and how we got sick. And I hate everything about that. Clubs are where diseases form. I don't know about you, but like, I like to think of myself as a nice person. I try to go my life being like, I'm not gonna like do bad things. Holy wow, I'm out of breath and I haven't even started yet. I need a Kleenex. Shit. Yes, I use toilet paper because I'm poor and can't afford Kleenex. Leave me alone. But no, anyway, yeah, so we stopped in Whistler. Keep it together. For those of you who don't know, Whistler's Olympic Village in Canada. Now you're probably wondering, well, Alex, the Vancouver 2012 Winter Olympics was held in Vancouver. No, you're incorrect and not smart. Some of them were held in winter. Some of the ice skating and like all the arena stuff, yeah, was held in Vancouver. But all that skiing or the snow, like the alpine, all the big hill stuff, that was in Whistler. So there you go. Not all the events are held in the city that they're said to be in. So that was I didn't know that either. So you're not that dumb, but you're kind of dumb. But yeah, there was the Olympic rings that were there. We took a picture, and the whole town looks like it came like out of a storybook. Like you read those like storybooks of like medieval times, and there's like the villages, and there's like the shops in the center, and then like the really pretty houses that are like all different colors. It was like that, and it was really pretty. But it felt so fake. You know what I mean? It felt like you were walking through Disney World, but with no rides. And Disney World is like super fake. Like they try their best to keep everything clean, and it just felt really weird because as someone who lives in Canada all the time, Canada's not clean. Ever. We have the winter and everyone just throws their garbage into the snow mound like it's gonna biodegrade in the snow mound, you moron. And then when spring comes, which is right now, all the garbage collects on the side of the road with dirt, and it just looks like this disgusting, gross sludge that just everyone, for some reason, thinks that the garbage is going to disappear when they throw it in the snow, but it doesn't. It just sits there all winter long, and then it piles up to be like this freaking thick, this is just of garbage, and it's everywhere. And in Whistler, there was none of that, and it felt gross. I felt like it felt corruption. This is some Matrix shit. That's what I thought. So anyway, all that with Whistler, and it was fine. Yeah, but I did one thing in Whistler that I've never done before. I'm 24 years old, and I'm introverted for the most part. Like, I don't like leaving my house, even though I'm an actor. Because my mom, like, gives me attitude about it all the time. I'll be like, I don't like people, and I don't like going outside. And then she's like, well, that's pretty weird considering the occupation that you've chosen, which is you going outside and talking to people. Understand, Mom, if I get famous, I get to be rude to people on purpose. It's gonna be great, okay? I get to be an asshole, and everyone's like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. He gets followed all the time. Versus right now, I usually get left alone, and then I'm still rude to people, and they're like, wow, he's just an asshole. So, you know, it works out. It's fine. Anyway, besides the point, introverted me went out with my other two with my brother, who's also introverted, and Nathan, who's also introverted, with me being the most extroverted sometimes out of the bunch. For the first time ever, we went to a nightclub to like go and meet women in Vancouver and make a mistake that wouldn't bother us because we weren't from there. You know what I mean? And can I just say, the entire culture around nightclubs is fucked. It's just wrong. It's all, you need to fix it all. Like, I don't know about you, but didn't we go through like a thing a couple of years ago called Me Too, where we were all taught or told not to fucking sexually assault women? I'm a nice person and I was raised right, so I knew that way beforehand. Like, I knew that way beforehand, like all the way back here. Like, back here is like grade school, and most of you learned about it like right here, like now, like 2 years ago. And I always knew that you don't fucking touch women without their permission, you know. In clubs, take that whole idea, throw it out the window. You can do whatever you want in the club, apparently, and the only thing that tell you no is if she clocks you right in the face. But you have other than that, there's no repercussion. Like, there were plenty of fantastically attractive women in this club, and we were all dancing and having a good time. And then, you know, like, you'd want to dance with them, so you'd kind of like, you'd go up and you'd be like, Anna, we're gonna dance together, and it's super fucking weird because I don't know how to dance, but that's okay, because no one can hear anything. I feel as if my eardrums are about to burst. Let's dance. Let's grind on each other. What? No verbal anything. Just, dudes will just, like, grab women by the waist and just fucking, and then just, and, like, the girl will, like, for a few seconds, and then, like, you'll see in her face, like, I don't feel comfortable because I don't know who you are. I'm leaving now. And then we'll leave. I don't, like, follow her to the bathroom like a lost puppy. And then it's like a visible boundary because it's the girl's bathroom. So it goes, I can't get in. Come back out, please. That way I can continue to grind my, you know, celibate junk on your ass in this club in front of people. It's just, I hate, like, that part was the most uncomfortable part for me. Just the amount of casual sexual assault that was happening in the club was just not okay. That being said, the best part was I was dancing with a female, and we were like rubbing arms, and we were chilling, we were like getting in each other's groove, and this dude comes out of nowhere and like just jumps in front of her and just like thrusts full junk into like her hip, and her friend grabbed her by the wrist, pulled her away, fucking bam. Oh, just crossed this perv. My God, just freaking crossed him, and he fell to the floor. And I laughed. I was like, that was great. That was, yo, can I watch that again? And she took off and left with the girl I was dancing with. And I'm like, oh, all right, well, guess I'm forever alone. Thanks, friend of the friend or whatever. I see why men go there. Men go there because they can't do social cues. They can't talk to a woman. So their best way is to just grab them in the middle of a dance floor and just, you know, cup some of that nice fresh booty, and then next thing you know, you're in jail because you're not in jail because no one gives a shit apparently in a club. It's just so weird. Like, I don't understand. Like, what happened to, what was the last fucking ass permission? So yeah, that was Whistler. I didn't really film a lot of the club. Here's the one clip that I did film of it. It took Nathan 4 shots of alcohol to get to that point. I was honestly amazed that he danced in the first place. Nathan was said, I'm gonna leave at 10. 10 o'clock came, and he was like, oh, I'll have another shot. The next thing you know, it was midnight. And Mans was still dancing. There was one girl that I was dancing with. She was very pretty. We were like dancing, and like she like held up her hand, and I grabbed her hand, and we were like dancing like nicely, like nothing like too insane, like. And it was great. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a connection that I'm making with this human girl, and she's actually really pretty, and I'm enjoying my company because I'm not fucking just into her butt, like, I don't know. So and we were enjoying that moment, and then all of a sudden, she's a bridesmaid, by the way, and the bride comes up and says, I don't like it here, let's go, and pulled her out of my and just left, and we both shared a moment of eye contact, and I never saw her again, and I probably never will. So if you're the girl with the flower tattoo on her like back shoulder area, and you were a bridesmaid in Whistler, on the weekend, I don't know, I don't remember which weekend it was. If you ever see this video with all 334 of my subscribers, know that I love you, and that was too much. That was too much. Know that I won't be opposed to dancing with you again one day in the future, and possibly raising children with you. I gotta stop. Also, the music's too loud in clubs, and I think that helps with the assaults. Like, oh, well, we can't talk, so I guess we'll just use body language to talk. Here's my dick. in your body. Like, I don't, just fucking, ugh. There was one guy that tried to fight Nathan. And, like, I don't know if you know, like, yes, Nathan can get pretty aggressive in video games. Like, he can be a bit of an ass. But, like, IRL, Nathan's, like, a super sweet guy. He will lie right to your face to make you feel better, even though he actually hates you. Which is a story for next week. So anyway, it's a club, and you're bouncing, it's tight space, and it's crowded, and you're bumping into people, and it's fine, and it's normal, and you deal with it. And if you accidentally cup a girl on the butt, you say sorry, at least, or you don't, because you're an asshole. And whatever, but like, you're gonna get bumped, and it's fine. I don't care. Touch my butt, just as long as you don't. Anyway, Nathan like bumped into this dude, and it's not like he spilt a drink. He just had his hand up in the air and was like playing with his hair like a basic blonde hair, blue-eyed bitch boy, and he bumped into this other guy, and this other guy just like death stared him, and like tried to grab his arm twice to like I don't know what his problem was. But he was clearly upsetty spaghetti, and he didn't stop until he realized that I was staring at him. And I'm not a big dude, but you fuck with my friends at the club, I'm going right for your dick. I'm going right for your balls. I'm gonna go right for your like. It's not gonna be a nice fight, okay? You're bigger. You're bigger than me, and there's a crowd, so I'm killing you instantly. There's no fighting here. It's like you're down. You're done. You're dead. And I was like lining up the ball shot. I was like looking at him like, if you touch him, this is gonna go straight for your penal area, bro. You know, it's just, you gotta protect the boys. You gotta take care of them. So that like really killed the mood for a little bit. And then he eventually fucked off and like left. But like, it's like, what? Why are you? You have to go to a club wanting to fight somebody. Like, shit's gonna happen at a club. Just forget it. Like, move on. We're all Canadian here. Why you gotta? I'd understand that from an American club. But it's Canada, so take a chill pill. It's time. Okay, I'm done. I'm dying here with this stupid cough that I've had for 3 days, thanks to Jordan, who was sick in the car, coughing like. In the car. It was Forbes. Also, Austin's not sick at all. Neither I got sick. Austin's fine. I'll see you next week with a brand new video, where we're gonna be talking about how great Alberta is, but how shit the waiters are. Bye!